Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial brought to you by Blade. This is going to be a ZVP. As I said in my last video, I'm going to be doing a few ZVP videos because I see that's what Zergs are having a lot of trouble with. And this is going to actually deal with a gateway expand, and this is how to best react to a gateway expand and all that fun stuff. So I'm just going to start the game and I'll talk more in detail about it. So this game is going to be a typical ZVP, except he's going to be doing the gateway expand. This is something that a lot of Zerg players I'm kind of seeing are kind of struggling with and having just not sure how to play versus it. So I'm just going to come out and just show you how to play versus it. So the first thing I'm going to describe is when most Zerg Protoss players go gateway expand, they almost always do some sort of pressure. Whether it's a gateway, 5-gate, 4-gate, Stargate gateway, but they normally do something like that off of 2 base because they kind of have to. If they just go gateway expand, tech, and then take a third, they're behind. They're going to be behind in the economic game. They have to do some sort of economic damage to you as the Zerg player, or he's going to fall behind and he's going to get rolled. It's just how it is. The gate expand is not as good economically as a Forge fast expand. It puts the Protoss behind if the Zerg goes for his natural and then he goes for a fast third. It's just something that because you'll notice, at least every time I play gateway expand, you'll notice that they normally do some sort of early pressure or try to do some sort of damage. It's one of the weaknesses and why I don't think gateway expand will ever be a standard way to play the game. Just because of that. Now, another thing to note about gateway expand is most Protoss players do not scout until way later if they decide to probe scout when they go gate expand. So I'm going hatch first, which is pretty greedy, but considering he's either nexusing first or gate first, or he's being a jerk and he's going to cannon rush, I take the risk. It's just what I do. You don't have to do this. This won't take away from the build I'm going to be showing anyway. You notice I have a drone down here. This is because if he does go for the cannon rush, I'll be able to kind of put him on hold position in certain areas so he can't pile on wall or get a cannon in a sneaky position where only one unit can attack it at a time. Obviously I see nothing here, so obviously he's going for the gate expand. But you can never be too sure because this is just worth it. If you're going to go hatch expand, placing one drone down here behind the mineral line in hold position is never a bad idea. And so what you want to do versus gate expand is, I did go gas before pool because I had a feeling he was gate expanding, is you want to take your third after you see he takes his natural. But I guess I should go into detail on this before I go into that, is you need your gas first. The second you realize you're playing a gate expand, get your gas. Don't hesitate. That's the first thing you should do. Whether you're going 15 pool or 15 hatch, you need this gas. If you do not have link speed, you will be in quite a bit of trouble to certain timings, or a zealot stalker harass will do a lot more damage than it should. As you'll notice, I got speed and pulled from gas immediately. That's what you should be doing in this scenario. Now, I don't know that he expands yet, but once you kind of see that he took his natural expansion, take your third. It's just the best way to play. And as you can see, I'm actually about to scout that now. I'm going to see his natural, and that's going to prompt me to take my third. And because there's not really anything he can do at the moment. If he had not, now let's say I scouted and I did not see an expansion, I would be throwing down 2 to 3 spine crawlers right now because and a spore crawler, because he's either doing DTs, Stargate, or 4-gate. And as you're going to notice, he's going to kind of throw down 3 gateways. This is a huge let me know that he's going to do some sort of pressure. When you don't make a forge and you're making 3 gateways in the front, 9 times out of 10 they're doing a 4 or 5 gate attack. This is a pretty good sign to let you know this. It's not going to hit as soon as these gateways finish, but it's going to hit shortly after. You'll notice, taking my third now. And I'm going to be and I put my guys back on gas at about 6 minutes. It's a good timing to put your guys back on gas. Now, if I had scouted a forge and a gateway, I would have actually got double gassed at 6. But I kind of know he's going to do this gateway pressure / all in. As you can see, I'm even sacrificing an Overlord to make sure there's no tech. So I'm getting a Roach Warren at about 6:20. That's a good timing. 6:15, 6:20. You want to throw that down. 6:30 at the latest. And I mean, as you can see, he's getting ready to move out. I'm only seeing the gateways, no tech. And again, this is just a huge show that he's going to do some sort of gateway attack. You'll notice I'm starting to make units. I'm done droning. Once this Roach one finishes, I'm going to be making some roaches. And I have a Ling up here just to kind of see when he moves out. And I'm going to hold this. I'm going to make a little mistake and make this look a lot closer than it should have been, but I'm still going to hold this with pretty much relative ease. And as you can see, I'm just making units. I know he's moving out soon. He's made it a little too obvious. And yep, I see the units there, which is just a big, you know, I kind of already know he's doing this. This is going to be probably the most common thing you face against the Gateway Expand, is some sort of 4 or 5 gate attack. And as I said, you should be defending with Roachling. Do not skip the Roach Warren. I tried methods of doing that, and you'll lose your third, or possibly just straight up lose to the attack. And as you can see, he's kind of moving in. I have another queen just attacking it, and I'm pretty prepared for this. Like, I'm gonna hold this no problem, but you'll kind of see why this almost looks a lot harder than it should have been. Not during this first wave. But I get a little overzealous and move all my units forward. It's actually not here. It's a little later. I think it's when I move out right here that I kind of almost let him, like, this makes it look closer, and I actually have to make more units than I should have. But you'll notice, I mean, this is pretty much an all-in because he's not teching. He's got no tech. I mean, now he's throwing down a robo now that he knows it's not going to work, but he doesn't have his 3rd or 4th gas. He doesn't have a 3rd base. And he hasn't done any economic damage. Now here's kind of where I get overzealous, and I'm kind of pushed further than I should have. Don't do this. This is a trap. A lot of Zerg players, I do it too. Everyone does it. Where you think you can take it, and then when really you should be just a little more patient. I lose quite a few units, and I engage really badly right here. So I retreat, but this kind of allows him to kind of make a resurgence in his aggression. And instead of making drones, which I should have been able to do by now, I have to make some more units to hold this off. I don't lose the 3rd, though, so it's all good. Now, you notice how late this lair is. I don't normally start the lair until I'm pretty sure his attack is done with, and when I thought I held it easy peasy, I started going lair. I mean, now I've pretty much held it. There's no way this is going to do any more damage, except maybe kill a queen, I can't remember. But look, he's tech to his robo. He's still not mining off these gas geysers. Because he saw I made a mistake, so he decided, oh, I don't need to get my tech. So this is almost, this is pretty much an all-in. Especially because he doesn't get the 3rd. If he had killed the 3rd, the game would be more even, but he doesn't, so I can just make a round of drones and have a droned up 3rd base. Whereas he's just now getting his 1st immortal. He's lost a ton of units. Like, he's just super, super behind at this point. Now, let's say he had done Stargate play instead of, you know, a gateway pressure. I would have gotten my, I would have gotten my lair at about 7 minutes, 7:30. Pretty much the same as if I was facing a Forge Fast Expand. But when you're facing a Gate Expand, you can delay your lair and be just fine, because you kind of want to get as many units as possible. And as you can see, I'm just droning now. I'm making some units here and there, but it's mainly drones. And he's making a 2nd robo, and making more gateways. And I'm just kind of droning up. I'm going to go Mutilus because I kind of know he's not going to go Stargate. Never mind, I didn't. Something you should always do when you're going to go Mutas is you should scout, which I do. The reason why you kind of want to scout with this Overseer is because a lot of Protoss players will still go into Stargate after their aggression fails. And if he's going double Stargate and you're going Mutas, you're going to let him win the game, pretty much. Or not win the game, but he'll come back. And you want to not do that. But I see all his gateways. I see his robo. I mean, he's got... How many gateways is that now? He's got 8 gateways and 2 robos. That's a lot on 2 base. No third base. So I'm just getting my Mutalisks out. Roachling. That's pretty much going to just be me defending this 2 base all in. Getting my upgrades. So something I do, whenever I go Mutalisk play, I do get my Infestation Pit, because I do get Swarm Host still. I just make about 12 to 14 Mutalisks, and then I get Swarm Host. It's actually very powerful, because a lot of Protoss players go into Templar play when they face Mutalisks, because that's the best response. And then I end up going Swarm Host, and they're just like, ah, shit. Because Templar aren't very good versus Swarm Host play, unless the Protoss Zerg player makes mistakes. I mean, as you'll notice, he's just now getting his Forge. I'm just kind of doing damage here. He's going to do his, his pretty pathetic attack. I mean, this isn't going to work. I'm just making a bunch of Roachling. Going to use the Mutas to kill him. Because I know once this army's dead, he loses the game. I'm making Spines just because, why not? But I didn't really need him. I think I kill his army right here, which is like a really bad spot to engage. But he only has 1 sentry, or 2 sentries. And I sniped the Warp Prism, so no reinforcements. And I'm just going to straight up kill this. He just doesn't have enough units. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just going to engage him right here. And yep, nothing he can do. He's just kind of dead. And this all comes down to that gateway pressure. He just didn't do enough damage. He needed to do a lot more damage than he did there. So that's my first video of dealing with a gateway expand. Honestly, I couldn't really find a better video because I don't face it very much anymore. But next time I face a good one, I'll make sure to do a video on it. But this is literally going to be the most common thing you face, is the 4-gate, 5-gate attack. I mean, that's the most common thing I face when I face gateway expand, and this is just the best way to hold that off. And I would have gone into Swarm Host and done my usual build that I do in ZVP, that if you've watched any of my previous ZVP videos, that's what I do, even for gateway expand. This is mainly just showcasing the beginning, because that's really the only difference between ZVP when they go gate expand is the early game. When do you take your third? When do you take your gases, etc.? And you don't take your second gas. I mean, if he attacked, I would have gone 2 gas at 6. And if he doesn't take, I stay 1 gas for a while. Once I hold his gateway all in, I get 2 more gases and go lair. So again, I'll be doing another ZVP video, another 1 or 2, I'm not sure yet. And if you want to know when my next video comes out, follow me on Twitter, Blade555, or catch my stream, Twitch TV, Blade55555, and thanks for watching, guys. Peace.